Hello and welcome to Straight Dude Date Night, a show where two straight dudes go on a date and they review it. My name is David Stallings and I am one of these straight dudes.
And I am Ricky Rivera, the other straight dude.
Today, we are continuing our 1 year celebration with a very different kind of episode. Our year in review of everything we've seen. Woo, woo, woo,
1 year, 1 year, 1 year.
And we are so thankful that we've actually been able to do this for a year. And so we wanted to put out something extra for you guys. Also with the new video setup. Hopefully, it doesn't get corrupted this time. That would be really nice.
Yeah, we're here. I mean, this is it. I can't believe we've gone a year.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
Kind of nuts. I mean, a lot's happened, but we're here.
Yeah.
And we'll be here for another year, at least.
It was not an unbusy time this last year. Like I don't know what compelled us to be like, yeah, this is the right time to start a weekly podcast. That would take effort and we'd have to take time out of every week to do it and go see a movie. We already were both very busy and we decided to start this.
You know, a wise man once told me that there will never be a good time. There's never a perfect time. So let's just do it and grind. That's what we did.
Yeah.
And we've been doing it. I mean, I had a kid and you still made it through without me for like a month.
Yeah, that was
impressive.
That was a wild time. The fact we got through, we've actually had an episode every single week since we started. I'm super proud of that. That's
impressive.
I love that.
Only gonna get busier.
Yeah, yes it is. So yeah, first video one to come out, and it's gonna be a different format. Somewhere around us, you're gonna be seeing the tier list. And we are going to go over every movie that we have done an episode on. So everything that we've done in the past year, we're going to actually rank them. Personally, I do think our rankings do get affected by how we're feeling on the day, what the theater experience was like, and just the conversation that ensues afterwards.
Yeah.
There's a lot of variables that end up with how we rank these movies, and I think letting a lot of time pass will change how we think of some of these.
You know, we used to, like the first 15, 20 episodes, we used to just rate. We would harsh the movie if AMC didn't thank us. At the beginning when they do the A-list, thank you to our A-list members for being here.
If they forgot
it, we hurt the movie. We would rank them lower. But now that we've done it for so long, we're just used to the thank yous. We're just assuming it's there.
Well, I still, regardless of if I'm with you or with my family or whatever, every time the A-list thank you one comes up, every time I'm like, yes.
Yeah, we still do that.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're better than you. We're better than you.
We are supporting the AMC.
Yep.
I forgot that we harshed them that much, though. That's so funny.
Yeah. It was good. I was going through some old content, just reminiscing. It was fun.
So with that, I think we should get started. Which I randomized the tier site that we're using with every episode we've done. And I think it's funny that it started with one that we did a certified banana episode on, The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yep. So
I don't think we really need to. This one's an easy rank because it was specifically chosen for a god tier movie.
There's some older movies that we did in here, but that's just the way we did it. But Wolf of Wall Street started off.
I mean, this is easy, right? This is just
insta S tier.
And
that's quality movie making right there.
That was so much fun to finally see. That was my first time seeing it and then reviewing it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's a great movie. I always stand by it. I mean, that's one of the movies I would take to the island with me.
It has made me, because I finally saw that, it has made me so excited for Killers of the Flower Moon coming up.
Yeah.
Because that's also Martin Scorsese and Leo.
Yeah, it's the same duo, and they'll be doing that until they die. Martin Scorsese has already said he will be making movies until he dies. So I'm ready for that.
We love that.
And it's a book, too. I'm reading that.
Yeah, sure you are. So am I, apparently. We'll talk about that at some point, too, I guess. Following that, is movie of the year Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
Transformers movie of the year.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, we have a poster in this room. It's not shown currently, but we
over
do
there.
have a poster of it.
Because they gave it to us, not because we bought it.
Oh man, that's a tough one. You really
movie of the year, not S, right?
Not S.
That's kind of crazy.
I'm floating. That's A-B territory for me. I can't go lower.
How
than this.
on earth is it
can't-
A-B for
It's
you?
got to be. Oh, dude, that movie is awesome.
The more I have thought about it, the less I have liked it. It's cringe.
No, dude.
It is.
No, dude.
It's not terrible, but it's cringe.
Optimus Primal is insane, bro. Monkey Transformer.
He needed to be in the movie the entire time.
I don't think it's A.
No, it's not.
It's in the BC territory.
I think it's C. I think it's C tier.
But it is movie of the year.
It's not, though. If it's movie of the year, it goes to S. And it's not.
Fine. I'll settle for C, but put it at the top of C.
Top of C? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
all
on
right.
the cusp. Like, let it, like.
I think C is pretty solid.
Oh,
for
I love
movie.
that. It's barely bleeding into B. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. Because that was not. That. I think that movie's mid, and so C is perfect for it. We got real movie of the year, The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, you could just throw that straight in.
Bro,
yeah.
I roasted the hell out of this movie.
Yeah, you kind of went in on that. I mean,
I was so, again, like, I may have just had a bad day too. Like, I think back on it, I don't think it's good, but I remember my comments that I made about it. It was like, wow, I was really upset this day.
yeah, I don't think that movie was walkout worthy, but I still think that's in like the F territory.
I definitely agree with F on that one.
Yeah, I mean, that movie was a flop. I don't really. I mean, I listen to the songs from time to time, but that's just because I listen to the Disney music all day at home. So.
You have a child. The only song I vividly remember from that movie is the screeching rap song from
I
Aquafina.
skip it every time.
For some reason, they put that in there. That, oh my gosh, absolute worst.
I'll go on a quick thing for this, but the song where she's talking about how she's learning how to walk and she's just like, the gravity's pulling me down.
Yeah.
Every single time that song comes on, it makes Krissa more and more upset that she doesn't know what feet are in a previous song, but she knows the concept of gravity. Being a sea creature, Krissa hates it. It baffles her every time.
Think about that.
Yeah,
That's so dumb.
Yeah, they talk. She talks about like one of those. What are they called? Oh, feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, "This gravity's pulling me down." It's like, dude, how does she understand gravity?
When you don't
But she doesn't
understand
know feet.
fire, but you understood feet, or you don't understand feet.
We don't know what a fork is, but gravity, I can give you the whole equation to it. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy.
That's hilarious. All right,
next one.
Creed 3.
You really liked this movie.
I did because I hadn't seen any of the others.
I really think it's okay.
Because I think I could put this up in B, but I don't know. Like, you and I are gonna have totally different perspectives on that.
Yeah, that's
because
hard.
I said I wanted to see the Rocky and Creed movies after I saw Creed 3. Tell you what, it was not compelling enough to make me actually do it.
It's a good movie. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's absolute mid though compared.
Oh.
I don't know. It was fun, but I recently rewatched it, and I thought, yeah, I actually have rewatched some of these movies.
Okay.
Which, interesting enough, most of them I would put in higher tiers than I probably would originally. But this one, I don't know. I think it's C.
I think I might just have. I might have just really enjoyed Jonathan Majors as an actor.
You love Jonathan Majors.
I
yeah,
do,
no,
and it's very upsetting to me that he's at the moment. It seems like he's just a dead actor now. Like,
yeah, look, Creed was great. Okay, Creed's a great movie, but in the storyline of the other Creed and Rocky movies, it's so far from everything else. Mm-hmm. There's a reason that Sylvester Stallone dropped out of this movie.
Yeah,
and it's because it's a new movie. Mm. It's like they just said we just acknowledge that Creed was in the first two. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. The style completely changed for that movie, for Creed 3. And I think that's why it upset me so much.
Yeah. I think since it's supposed to be another sequel, that I think your opinion on it, I think it carries more weight to it. I'm down for C on it.
Oh, man.
Like, I don't think it's amazing. But B, I think it's better than Transformers Rise of the Beasts, which is in C right
I don't
now.
know, dude. I think Monkey Goes Hard.
Do you really think that movie is better?
No, I think they're just the same. I think they're the same level of mid.
If they're same, we put it in C. Done. That's easy.
Look, if you get Transformers in C, I get Rocky or Creed in C.
I can't believe you want to. You don't believe what you're saying. You just want to put it up because they had a monkey in it.
No, Creed. Look, Creed. It was fine. That the best part of Creed is the last 20, 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. Everything else completely botches the other two movies. It completely kills it. The character change up is so unreal that, like, I don't know. It's hard. I guess it's hard to say, but
no, I can see it. I'm fine with it.
Just leave it at C. Leave it at C. Maybe we change. But it's Creed and it's C. That makes sense. C for Creed. Yeah,
right there. We planned that. Yeah,
that's it.
All right. Next one is Inception, which again was another certified banana.
Superior.
I am not open to debate on this. That is S tier.
S tier. Throw that in.
I'm running the computer. It goes directly to S.
I support it.
All right. Perfect.
Next to my boy Leo.
Now, what a wild change we're having from that of Don't Worry, Darling. I think it's one of the worst movies we rated. At the time, we rated it very low, I did.
Yeah. Just throw it in F. I'm only struggling because I feel like there should be a whole nother category called just don't ever mention again.
Don't ever mention.
But you could throw that in F immediately.
I don't know how to work this website quick enough to know if I could add another.
No, don't add another. It's F. It's F. Put it in F. You actually claimed it to be the worst movie of 2023.
2022.
2022, yes.
I do stand by that.
That movie was garbage.
I think it is the worst movie of 2022, which is unfortunate because there's so many good or like solid actors in it, but truly the real world drama behind it seemed to ruin the movie.
Chris Pine, great.
Was great. I actually would love to see Harry Styles have an interesting role to do, and they kind of ruined him.
Florence Pugh, great.
Florence Pugh is great.
It was just Olivia Wilde just ruined all of it.
Yeah. And I had to talk with Kiana. Kiana yelled at me about you didn't understand the movie, and
bad movie.
Kiana, it was not a good movie. I understood the movie. It was not good.
It's not hard to understand.
I watched it. It was bad.
It's bad.
And since you can't respond at the moment, I win. That's how this works. Moving on. All right. Bullet Train.
Oh, okay. Bullet Train also on the list of rewatched movies.
This is one of the few movies I have also rewatched.
Yeah, that's a great movie. I think it's A, though. I don't think it's S.
Because we rated that like 80.
It was in the 80 range, yeah.
At the time, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was in that range.
But the fact we have both rewatched it, and I could watch it again, too. Like, that movie is solid.
It's a great movie, but I don't know if it's S, personally. I like it at A.
I think A is solid for it.
Yeah, because it's...
S is like...
I mean, is it as good as Wolf of Wall Street and Inception?
I don't think so. I
don't think so either. I really do think that it's A tier, though.
Guaranteed. But that movie was that was so much fun. That was a great... That was like our third episode, I think.
What would put that into S tier is if the ending wasn't as like long as it was, I guess.
Yeah, ending was kind of weird.
Ending was weird, and I did not like. I think Halle Berry, is that who was one of the characters? No.
Halle Berry is John Wick.
And who's the girl whoever the actress was, not even the actress, the character of the Poison Lady.
Oh, okay,
I did not like her character at all.
That one character ruined the chance at S for you.
It's just her lines, the way they wrote her, like just throwing the B word in there like every 2 seconds. I thought that was really forced. It felt forced. It wasn't. And it's not that I didn't mind. It could have been funny every now and again, but like it felt really forced to that character.
Okay, I could see that. I just don't think it had it's just a fun time.
And it is.
That's not as an S tier is like I took something from this movie.
Yeah.
It changed me in a way.
Yeah, it's
At
A.
least in my opinion.
It's A for sure. A material.
I like that. All right.
Violent
Night.
Ooh,
This was an interesting movie. We took.
that's tough.
Did Carissa do this episode with us?
She did not do the episode, but she went
But she
with
watched
us.
the movie with us, right?
She went
Okay.
with us, and she was very pregnant, I think, at the time too.
Yeah.
So, props.
Yeah. Proud of you, Carissa.
Oh, that's tough.
This was a weird movie.
Yeah,
Like,
it's in CD territory for me.
yeah.
I don't know which one I want though.
Okay. Is it at the same level of Transformers and Creed? Or not? Personally, I don't think it is.
Yeah,
It's just that movie was just kind of, I think it's just meh. Like, I forgot we did that episode.
we could put Violent Night at D. I don't think it's as good as those other two.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm fine
yeah.
with D.
I think
mean,
it's
it
a
was
good D.
it was enjoyable, but like immediately after, it's just like I'm not ever gonna see this again.
The only time frame I'd watch that again is around Christmas, and honestly, I would forget it existed because at Christmas time, there's like I want to watch Christmas movies, but there's so many out there that I only am going to watch a few, and I don't think that makes the rotation.
Of the like classic Christmas movies or the Christmas movies that are in your rotation every year, is Violent Night
No.
really gonna be in it? I don't think so.
No, I may watch it again at some point in time, but for now, I don't see myself ever watching that again.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch when we watched it, but that's about it.
Yeah. All right. Following that, we have Glass Onion.
Now, this one's going to feel a bit controversial because
Everyone
liked
else
it.
seems to love this movie.
I personally think it's a D.
I think it's D or F to me.
I don't think it's as bad as Little Mermaid or Don't Worry, Darling, but I don't think. I mean, I don't know. It was pretty bad, but there were some parts of it where I was interested in. And Daniel Craig is a great actor.
I love Daniel Craig. I think he's great. I thought the movie was just. It was not over my head. It was just kind of over the top.
It's not over anybody's head. They don't tell you you can't figure it out.
Yeah, there's literally no way to identify what's going on.
Yeah, you don't get to know, like a whodunit murder mystery tells you or lets you figure it out as the time goes on.
Yeah,
this
we
movie does
saw
not
one.
let you.
We saw one before this. It was see how they run. And the whole freaking movie, you and I were talking the whole time. Like, I think it was that guy.
Yeah,
I think it was that. No, wait, maybe it's that guy. Not like,
Yeah, we tried to figure this one out as we were going, and then towards the end, the last like 40 minutes, they say, "Hey, by the way, there's stuff we didn't show you, so you couldn't have figured it out anyway."
dumb,
And it's just like, well, that's stupid.
dumb.
That's not a whodunit.
I'm fine with D for this movie.
That being said, I liked Edward Norton.
Edward Norton's interesting.
I'd love to see him come back into more movies. I think it's D. I don't think it's
He was
rough.
he was in Asteroid City, right? He was in like the play scenes.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Yes, he was. Yeah, he's the director.
I don't feel like I've recognized that man in anything else before. Like I've known the name.
It was the Hulk. He was the Hulk before Mark
You're
Ruffalo.
right.
Yeah.
You're right. He was.
It was also Fight Club. That's a great movie.
Huh.
Yeah, so he's done some good movies.
Okay. All right. Well, not that one.
No, I think that's a D. I like it at D. People are going to disagree heavy with that, but that's fine. Let them.
All right. Next one. Woman King.
All right. Woman King.
Interesting.
Now, that is D material.
It's an hour too long.
An hour too long, but is it as bad as Don't Worry, Darling? The action in that movie was awesome.
The action was interesting. I enjoyed the concept of this movie a lot.
I do too. It's good history.
I just don't think it was executed very well. Where halfway into the movie, just kind of over it.
I think
it's
it's
just boring.
I think it's D because as awesome as the concept was and as fun as the action was, because the action, like there's the war scene where they're fighting and that was awesome.
Yeah.
I do remember there being 30, 40 minutes of nothing, of just training montage, but it wasn't training for anything. Like it was just boring.
I think one of the things I've realized over the past year, though, I really enjoy Viola Davis. I've
she's
started
awesome.
to really enjoy her in more and more stuff. So
You should see How to Get Away with Murder. She's great in that. That's the show is her. She's just going in.
I'll have to check that out. All right, I think D. I think D is solid for this.
Yeah, it could have been easily B material if they had not had 40 minutes of a training montage that meant nothing.
Yep. Writing matters.
Yes.
Writing matters. All right. Super Mario Bros. movie.
The Super Mario Brothers.
Super Mario.
All right, now hear me out on this.
Okay.
I think it's B material.
Okay.
I like it at B. I mean, what are your thoughts? I think it's good B.
I remember not much of this movie.
I loved it. I think the music was so fun. It was so colorful. The only real big complaint I think we had was that the New York City wasn't New Donk City.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Mario's family was kind of pointless. Like, we didn't need a family behind him.
Oh, yeah, there's some story on that was kind of weird, but
man, it was so fun. I think that's a good B movie.
I feel like it fulfills its purpose very well. It's just meant to be fun and just we're messing around with that world. But it's kind of like I don't know. I'm fine with B on it. It's like
Its purpose was to get me to play the games, and I finally got Mario Odyssey back.
You did?
Yes, and I'm playing through it to get all the moons, so I think that alone fulfilled its
Did you
purpose.
think this movie got you to go out and get Odyssey again?
Yes, 100%. I said it at the end of it that I need to get Odyssey, and somebody had commented on our video. Chance had commented and said, I have an extra copy. I didn't get it from him, but I did get an extra copy. I won't tell you how I got it.
You found an extra wow. So that hour and a half long ad, they got you.
They got me.
All right, that's B.
That's a B.
They did it.
I'm playing
exactly
Mario
what they
Odyssey
wanted.
again. I'm playing it again. I'm grinding it out.
Bro, they got you. They got you good.
I'm getting those moons.
Those ads out there, they're for you. All right. More Viola Davis. Air.
Ooh, that's a great movie.
This movie's a banger.
It is a banger.
This movie is so good.
It's definitely above a C. I think that's BA material, but is it as good as Bullet Train?
I think so.
Ooh, Air at the A spot. I like Air a lot.
Because I thought
Air.
stupid. Because I thought the writing was solid. The story was very interesting. All of the actors were incredible in it. I only tell people, like, when I think back on the earlier this year, people have asked me this year of like who haven't listened to the show. They're like, what have you reviewed? And I'm like, well, Spring kind of sucked. Oh, but Air was a really good one.
Air's a sleeper movie of the year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I like Air at A. Honestly, I really did love Air.
I still have the theory now that if any movie is from a streaming studio but it went to theaters, banger.
Yeah,
Huge movie.
yeah. So far, they've done great.
And this is an example of that. I'm fine with, I think it's A.
I like Air at A. I think that's a great movie.
All right.
I'm a basketball head too, so you know me. That's easy A.
I just remember being so worried at the beginning, 5 minutes in, and they're talking all basketball stuff. And I was like,
This
might be not for me, bro.
See, I every one of those jokes landed with me. I was like, this is hilarious. I'm already into this.
This is a perfect movie.
Yeah. And then that's where the basketball jokes kind of stopped, but there was a few sprinkled.
All right. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Ooh. Now that movie
Looks
is
good.
fun.
It looks good.
That's a fun movie. I mean, every time I see... the only thing with that movie that hurt it for me is seeing so many videos across every social media of how amazing this movie is.
It's not the best. I don't think it's incredible.
The first one's better, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great movie animation-wise. Just the story's a little weak.
Yeah.
But it does get me excited for the second movie.
Yeah, I just think I really don't like how they ended the movie. Like, the end of it, yeah, it was a cliffhanger, but the movie just dropped out of nowhere.
I think it's probably B material. I think we're going to get flack for that because a lot of people want this at S.
Bro, fight me. I don't care. This is not... It's not amazing. But B is fine. I'm fine with B.
I think it's kind of disrespect. I think it's disrespectful to let it fall below B because the animation. I mean, the animation alone was amazing. It looks
so good. Like I give it credit for that.
Yes.
But the story,
all the other Spider-Mans and all the variants, I loved watching, and I just think that letting it fall below a B is going to be mad disrespect.
I'm fine with B on it. Anyone want to fight me?
B is the animated movies category.
Yeah, at the moment, yes. If anyone wants to fight me, you can leave a comment yelling at me.
Yeah, blame that on David.
I'll be perfect.
Just know I would have said S, but you could blame David for the
yeah,
no,
I just peer pressured you out of S. Yeah.
No, I think it's B A material, but I think it's a B. The more as the hype died down and really thinking about that movie, it really is a B movie.
What's nice with the tier lists I've realized is that after getting started, you can then start comparing okay, I think it could be A, but is it as good as Bullet Train? And right away, I'm like, no, it wasn't.
Yeah, no.
Bullet Train, I could watch a third time and have the same amount of fun that I had the first.
I mean, B is still great. I mean,
B is it's still good.
For some of these tier lists, B is kind of like, are you serious? But B, I think, is still a good movie. I'd rewatch these B movies for sure.
Yeah.
C is where I get to what I rewatch.
No. Movie of the year, Transformers. I'm never watching it again.
Yeah. D is like, it was good to watch, but nah.
And then F is the movie just shouldn't exist.
Just don't even talk about it. F sucks.
All right. Asteroid City.
Oh.
Bro.
I have a feeling you want this in S.
I do want it in S.
I think it's A.
Okay.
Only. Oh, that's hard. That's a tough
This
one.
is a hard movie.
Because I don't think it's the same watchability I would have for Inception and Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
I don't think I could rewatch this movie over and over, but I could watch it again and again.
I don't think this is the kind of movie you would want to rewatch over and over because it's actually existential in a way. It's intense, but in the same way, it's intense at a level of but I could rewatch it and I will love it. And it's so funny. And even though it's existential, the stupid stuff that they do is so good. I actually took stuff away from it, which I hold to be that's S for me. But
that's tough because
this is more up to you.
Well, when I think of Asteroid City, it makes me think man, Wes Anderson is so great. But just knowing how good The Life Aquatic is, I don't like this movie more than that.
Yeah.
And to me, Life Aquatic is the standard of just amazing, just mwah.
Would you say Life Aquatic is S?
Oh yeah, guaranteed S.
Okay.
But
because I could agree with that.
I could agree, but did you like this movie more than that, or just as much?
I think just as much. I really enjoyed them.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is gonna be up to you because I'm fine with going to A on it if you really think so.
I think it's A. I'll give you one veto.
I can veto
only if I get one veto.
Oh man, the veto on it. I'm fine with A. I'm fine with A for this because it's still solid.
Maybe we could come back. Yeah,
we can come back.
Let's just get going. Let's just get going. If A starts to pack out and that stands out, then we'll move it up. But
if
for now, I like
becomes A. If majority is A, then we're bad critics, right?
I mean S, but S is for the elites. I don't know.
1%. The 1% of the 1%. You know, it's for the elite.
S is you need to watch this movie ASAP, and I don't know if Asteroid City is that for me.
I mean, I've been telling people all summer that this was that before Mission Impossible came out. I was telling people this is the only movie worth seeing right now.
Put it halfway. All right.
Barbie.
Ooh,
we just released the episode for this. I think this is an example of a movie that the fun of it impacted my original rating for it because we rated this super high.
Yeah.
But I've thought more about it. I still enjoyed it a lot. I don't think it deserved that much on it. I think both of us were just kind of shocked that we had so much fun watching it.
See, I've been telling everybody to watch Barbie.
Okay. All right.
Now, is it better than all these A's? No. But is it better than these C's? Yes. I like
Yeah.
B. I think it's a B category only because Ryan Gosling just goes so hard in this movie.
Yeah, I can't get over Ryan Gosling for it. Like, it's a good movie, but
the comedy aspect is it's one of the funniest movies we've seen.
Well, you know what I was thinking about? And this is going a little bit into like, and we said it in the episode, this was a controversial movie. And everyone watching it knew that was going to happen from it. What I don't think we mentioned this on the episode, but I heard the take of like, guys, it's a satire. And immediately it clicked of like, that is why it's so funny.
Yeah.
It is a satire. I could not vocalize that during the episode. It's a satire of very extreme ideas, which is why I find it hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a B because I really do think it's probably one of the funniest movies we've watched. I probably have not laughed that hard in the theater in a while.
We did have a great time for that. I was on such a low going into that movie, and it brought me up a ton.
I laughed. The last time I laughed that hard in the theater was probably for the Minions. Wow. I was giggling. So I mean, you've been with me since then. You've seen every movie with me, and I probably haven't giggled that hard since then. I mean, I can't think of another movie that made me laugh as hard as this.
Yeah, probably not.
But it's not amazing. I want people to see it because it's so funny.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be shocked that they enjoy it, is what's going to happen.
I've already made plans to see it. Like, I want to see it again. And that alone, to me, puts it in B category. Because, I would rewatch it.
Because I would rewatch it as well. You got to let me know when you're going to see it again.
Yeah, I want to take some of my buddies to go, but that'd be great.
I'm fine with B.
I think B. Dude,
B. Look at that.
Oh.
Look at that. The poster convinced us to do it, bro.
It's destined to be B. You might as well just replace the B with the Barbie.
Perfect. All right. Oh, great. Yes.
What
Black Adam.
Black Adam?
Mm-hmm.
Throw it out. Get rid of it. Black Adam was garbage.
Yeah, it was bad.
I said in the episode that if Black Adam, if there's a follow-up and we build around it, then I like that movie. Mm-hmm. And if there is no follow-up, this movie on its own is garbage.
Yep.
All it did was get me hyped up to see Black Adam versus Superman. That is confirmed, not happening anymore.
It will never happen.
So now, garbage movie.
Horrible movie.
Throw it in the Fs.
I agree 100%. I think we gave it some slack at the time. It doesn't deserve any slack.
I gave it a 2 rating. I think I was like, it's garbage, but it's okay if we build around it.
Yeah. That was... The superhero movies are...
movies, yeah.
They are going downhill.
Those are the only movies that you could say, like, it's okay, but it could be better if we build around it. Like, Universal... not Universal movies. Universe-type movies... Sometimes they need a follow-up movie to make the other ones better because it gives it more purpose. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I agree with that. I think that's okay to throw it in F.
Yeah, which is kind of good why we do this year in review thing, because
at the time I probably would have put it D.
Yeah, I think we did rate it around like D or C, or not C. It wasn't C, but like I think we gave it close to like 40 or 50.
I came down on Creed for sure.
Yeah, you did. All right, next one. A sleeper. Christmas Story Christmas.
Christmas Story Christmas was a good movie.
This was a good movie. I was very surprised.
You don't like Christmas movies, but you enjoyed that.
I did enjoy it.
That says a lot.
I thought it was funny. It was wholesome. It was a good message. And it wasn't cringe, like I feel like the majority of Christmas movies are. So I had a great time with it. Now, is it like... I think it's just kind of mid.
I think it's a C category.
I think it's C as well.
Not because C for Christmas.
No.
I really do think it's C because I would rewatch it again if I were to watch the first Christmas Story. Like if I was showing somebody a Christmas Story and they really enjoyed it, I'd be like, hey, you should watch the second one. It's actually
check it out. I'll watch it with you.
Not the real second one, this second one. Because there is like I think a second and a third to the original. Those are garbage.
And I think the fan service that they did, or all the references that they had to the original one, were actually like fun.
Yeah.
Too. Because there's some scenes in that movie that just were like, we are reenacting it in the first one, but now the kid is the adult.
Yeah.
I think that's a funny perspective. I just enjoyed that concept a lot.
Yeah, that's also the only movie we've ever watched here at your house, and it was the comfiest I've been because your couch is amazing.
We need more.
I had blankets. That was nice.
Here's the problem: is I love the popcorn, and we don't have that here, and I don't want to go out of my way to go get the popcorn and then come back here.
I had a quesadilla though, so I was pretty happy.
You did?
I had a quesadilla, and that was great.
That was awesome.
I think that's a C movie.
Yeah, I'm fine.
That's
I'm fine
perfect
with
there.
C. I'm fine with C.
That's a beautiful little spot. I'm really liking the C category. That's a good category so
Yeah,
far.
C is definitely like if I had to, I could watch it again, but I will not go out of my way to. Is what it's turning into, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Cocaine Bear.
Oh, that's gonna be. This is where I don't think we're gonna agree on this one, but that movie was something.
This Cocaine Bear. No one believed this movie was real.
I'm happy it was real. It served its purpose. It was not meant to be crazy. It wasn't meant to be good. It was meant to be just dumb.
I think it impacts me a lot that the people who made it before the movie came out. So this was not them retconning on anything. Before it came out, they specifically said the purpose of the movie is for it to be dumb and for you to get drunk and go see it with your friends and then forget about it. Like they said that. And I respect that a lot more than the other ones who are like, no, you didn't understand it. This is a God tier movie, and you didn't get it. No, Cocaine Bear, they said that we just made it. It's just stupid. Have fun.
Where would you put it?
I respect that, so I will put it a little higher than than very bad. I think I'd give it like a C.
I love C. Thank you.
You think C?
Thank
Okay.
you. I was willing to meet at C because I think that this movie is 100% better than all of the D category movies.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's a movie I would rewatch a whole lot, but I'll rewatch it at some point. Like exactly what you just said. Just getting drunk with the boys and just... You guys want to watch Cocaine Bear? Come on.
Yeah,
like one person in the group hasn't seen it, and we're all like, dude, we got to watch it.
Bro, you haven't seen Cocaine Bear? Like,
it's like, dude, you got to see the movie. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but like everybody should see it at least once.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm fine with that. Oh, man, your favorite movie, DC League of Super Pets.
F. Throw it in F.
Just F. I totally agree.
I hate that movie.
We don't need to talk about this movie. F.
That movie's so garbage.
Black Adam and DC League of Super Pets.
I don't ever want
right
to see that movie
other.
again.
Another superhero film, Ant-Man. Quantumania. This is such a sour movie to me.
Yeah, he almost did it.
Yeah. Because this was supposed to be the true introduction of Kane, which is a great concept of a character. And disregarding the stuff going on in real life with Jonathan Majors, the movie sucked.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very awful plot. Nothing of consequence happened.
Yeah.
It was boring. That's it for me.
Look, the only hard thing I'm struggling with is if it's a D or an F.
I think F. I really think.
Yeah, throw it in there. I'll agree with it because I am struggling between the two, and I think the fact that I'm struggling to put it in D means that it's just bad.
Bro, almost every superhero movie has gone into F so far. This is the state of Marvel, guys.
Look,
state of Marvel and DC.
Look, that movie. I mean, they already admitted too that they didn't get to build the quantum realm the way they wanted to because they overworked all their CGI artists. That's on them. They didn't have to release it so quick.
Then just delay it. No one cares if you delay the stuff anymore. I'm so sick and tired. This is the same thing for video games too. Stop releasing the stuff if it's not done.
Yes. I think what's going on in the state of movies is that what we're realizing more and more, we're seeing this even more recently with like Oppenheimer and Barbie. But I think what people want is quality over quantity nowadays.
Yes.
Like when Marvel was in its peak of pumping movies out, back then it was about quantity over quality because everybody's wanted more and more.
Yeah.
But now that I think Marvel and Star Wars just releasing so much all at the same time, we're starting to realize that, no, we actually are okay with waiting if the movie's going to be amazing.
And they have so much money. They can wait.
Yes.
They can actually take the time to perfect the movies and people will come watch it.
Yeah.
It's a proven IP. Let it stay proven or else you're going to continue going down. I'm not into... I was so into Marvel. Like back in 2016, 2017. I was so into it, and it's just gone downhill so bad, man. Oh,
Yeah,
now I'm
I like
upset.
it in F.
Now I'm upset.
What's next?
Elemental.
Elemental was good.
Elemental was interesting.
I think Elemental is C material. I think it's the most mid movie.
Yeah.
Because it looked awesome. I'm gonna be honest, David. I don't know if you remember the song.
No.
I listen to it all the time.
Really?
Yeah, I love that song.
I don't remember it at all.
Oh man, it was good. It was a good song. I'll play it for you after this.
Can you sing it to me?
If it's real, and
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's the song when they're going through the museum. When they're underground
I remember
going
a
through the
song
museum.
during
Yeah,
that.
that's the song that I hear all the time on the Disney station when I listen at home. I really like that song. I liked it. It just isn't that great of a movie.
I would say D, though, because the movie was very clear. After watching it, was very clearly like, this is an animated movie for adults. There's no kid that's interested in this. Like the purpose was kind of like it was marketed towards hey, this is a kid's movie, and then watching it is like, this movie was so intense with themes that every kid in our theater was bored. Yeah. And I think that, like, I enjoyed it, which would make me inclined to a C, but the movie on its own, I think, is D.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I put it in D. I like it at D.
I convinced him.
I'll take a D.
The song, probably really good.
Song,
I don't remember it.
B material. If you steal the show.
Wow. All right. Next is a real whodunit. See How They Run.
See How They Run. That's his, I think, streaming, and I've been wanting to rewatch it.
A movie I don't think anyone except us watched at the time.
I actually want to rewatch it. There's a few movies on this list that I am going to rewatch soon.
Yeah.
See How They Run is definitely on that list.
Because I enjoyed that one a lot.
I did too. I think that's way better than Glass Onion.
Yeah. I'm kind of going back and forth between B and C for it.
I am too. And I think it's a B material movie, only because I may not rewatch it a whole lot, but the quality of the movie is so good. You get to figure out who done it.
Yeah.
On your own. There is no extra fluff.
Mm-hmm.
There's no like, oh, hey, now that we're an hour and 40 minutes in, by the way, here's something that you should have known, idiot, that we didn't tell you about.
Yeah.
That you wouldn't have been able to figure out this mystery without this one. But I think it's a B material.
I think it's funny that we have actually seen, in the span of a year, we actually did see 2 whodunit movies. And I think if we didn't see Glass Onion, I would have ranked this probably C. But because we did, and I know, I have seen what a whodunit is. Oh, this is B. Because we actually got half the fun of the movie was us. Luckily, we were the only ones in the theater. But us yelling at each other about who we thought it was. Yeah. I was wrong. You were right.
I think it's B only because that and the acting is really great. And I can really
remember liking the humor a lot.
I remember liking a lot about this movie. The only thing I did not like about this movie was when he went to purgatory. It's the only weird thing about this movie.
He went to purgatory?
Yeah, the main character, when he goes to prison, he gets like knocked out and he's like naked at a bar in the woods.
Yeah.
That was super weird.
That was trippy.
That was weird. But everything else, I really do remember a lot about this movie, and for that alone, I think it's a B because it's been a while since we've seen it, and we've seen a lot in between.
Yeah. All right. Next one, Breaking.
Man,
John Boyega.
Probably the biggest disappointment.
Huge disappointment.
In the entirety of this podcast. You more specifically than me, probably, but we were pretty excited for this movie.
I was very interested in this movie.
And it was a stinker, which is unfortunate because we were so excited for John Boyega. Mm-hmm. Out of respect to the king himself, I think it's D material, but I don't know.
Bro.
That's only for John Boyega because he's great in that movie, but everything around him is so garbage.
He's great. The movie is not worth seeing.
F.
I think
Put
it's
it in
F.
Put it in F.
I think at the time, I don't remember our episode at all for this one because I remember hating the movie so much. But I think we didn't rate it super low, or maybe it was like 30 or 40 because of our very odd theater experience. And I remember thinking like, maybe that's affecting how I'm enjoying the movie right now. Where we were hearing audio from a different theater.
A whole nother movie,
opera
yeah.
or something.
Still don't know what it is.
Still don't know. It was hilarious.
Yeah, that movie was... F's fine. When I think back, I actually liked the acting, and when I look at all these F's, I didn't like really much of anything in it.
Yep. I mean, if the acting's good, but there's no substance to the story, and
put it in F,
then it's not worth seeing, in my opinion. This is a collection. This is John Wick 1, 2, and 3, where we had our little get together, our prep for John Wick 4. I mean, this is an easy one for me.
All John Wick is S material.
Okay.
I wish I could take out the second one, but as a collective, you can put it in S.
I mean, I've rewatched all 3 of these movies multiple times. When I was starting to pursue acting, I watched the first John Wick 3 times as I was starting to get into it. And I was like, this is absolutely what I hope I get to do one day.
Is it? No, I think I rated this as... Actually, I think I liked the set. No, I'm pretty sure I didn't like the second one a whole lot until the end. I think that's the best ending in a movie.
Oh, and the end is crazy on that one.
I don't remember liking much of everything else in that movie. Not liking it, just more so like I only would watch that movie again to get to the end because that ending is so epic.
Yeah, I think there's some elements of that. I think John Wick 2 is kind of weak, and personally, I do think I have reverted my stance on John Wick 3. I think Colton's perspective about like that's it being over the top sometimes is the point. I don't think I understood that. And I think John Wick 4 made me understand that more of like there are times where it's just it's not real, idiot. That's the point. It's supposed to be funny, dumb, and I'm just being I do think of that.
All of John Wick is S material because the action's amazing.
Yeah. This one is Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul. Do you remember this?
Okay. So let me tell you something about this.
Okay.
We both came out of this movie really enjoying it, really loving it.
Mm-hmm.
I've rewatched it again.
Okay.
I did not like it as much as I initially liked it. This is one of the few movies where I think after a second watch, it's very boring sometimes.
Okay.
Like, that's weird. Isn't that weird?
I think
because
maybe
we gave this high praise.
I think maybe the first take on it then is just like things are so shocking during it. Not necessarily shocking, but like there are some elements of it that were like, wow, this is so fun. But it's only fun the first time. Potentially. I don't remember much from this movie.
I watched it by myself at home and I didn't finish it.
Ooh, that's real bad.
That's real bad. I remember really enjoying it, but after watching it a second time, I was like, man, I can't believe I like this as much. Like, there are some funny moments, but it kind of drags.
Yeah.
I don't think it's A or above. I'm gonna have to cut it off in the BC territory.
I definitely don't think it was A. And you know, a part of it might have been us enjoying a movie about like related to Christianity, as we've talked about on the podcast. We're both Christian. And like it's not like it wasn't propping it up, but it wasn't putting it down. It was just like this is the context.
This is the jokes.
This is what being in the church can be like sometimes. And I think personally I just enjoyed seeing that in a movie. And that may have impacted how I rated it as well.
Yeah, that's hard.
I don't think it's A, and I don't think it's B either.
I like it at C. I think C is a safe place for it.
Okay.
Because there are some moments in there that are so funny, but man, it drags. Like, if you were to watch it a second time, I'd be interested to see if you watch it a second time and let me know what you think.
Mm-hmm. If
your opinions change the same. Because for me, personally, I was like, this is really dragging. So maybe it's a movie you have to watch with buddies who understand that kind of humor.
Yeah, maybe. Because
again, that was our experience. It was fun at the time joking about it.
Yeah.
But watching it by myself, I was like, this is kind of lame.
Yeah. That's not a movie I've thought about to go back and watch. I remember having a good time with it, but it was like one and done. I had my fun. I will not be going back.
We rated that, I believe, like almost 90. Like we rated that super high. So
This is a year.
this is why we do this.
Also, that was within our first like 10 episodes, I think.
And I think that's why we were so excited. We thought that was the peak of cinema.
Well,
And yet Barbie is better. I would stand by that Barbie is a better movie.
oh, it definitely is. But I think during those first like 10 episodes, we didn't know what we were doing. We had nothing to like compare against. Still don't know what we're doing. We had nothing to compare against. And at the time, the movies coming out were so bad.
Yeah.
Everything we were seeing at the time was horrible.
We watched like Breaking around the same time. And
Yep.
yeah, so yeah, no.
Invitation was right before this. I know that. DC League of Super Pets was somewhere around there. Like, we had several weeks, I remember, of just like, God, these movies suck. Is this how every fall is? Like,
yeah, no, it's a garbage movie. Not garbage. It's
but
an okay
I
movie.
think that movie was a breath of fresh air, which is why we rated it so highly at the time.
I like it at C. I think it's a safe
I think
place.
C. All right, this is Avatar? I think it's Way of Water.
Is this Way of Water?
Yeah, it's Way of Water. I'll say it is. We have, I mean, this is easy, right?
Yeah, that's S.
Yeah,
tier
this
for
is just
sure.
S.
I
Everyone
love-
go see this movie. Incredible. I'll
I
never
love
change that
Avatar.
stance. All right. Chevalier. Chevalier.
Chevalier.
Chevalier. This is a horrible movie, and I'm sorry I took you to see it.
Yeah, it was pretty boring.
I feel so bad. I felt so bad afterwards of you being like, this is just not the type of movie I would ever go see.
Yeah, it really isn't.
I was interested in it.
You were so hyped on this movie, so I was like,
I
you know
thought it
what?
was
That's
gonna be
okay to do.
interesting.
I don't know. It's FD. I mean, it was okay. The ending, I really liked the ending. But it's, I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like it was as bad as these Fs.
I think it was.
Do you?
F, yeah, because and maybe that's because I was let down so hard. by
Yeah,
it.
you had high expectations.
But also, if a movie is framing itself as it's based on a true story, and I think we looked it up afterwards, like 99% of the movie, there are no facts about this person. They're gone. So everything was just kind of like, it's based on a true story, but everything's dramatized. And also, they made the main character kind of like not a good person too.
It was,
everything about the writing for this movie, I hated.
he was like blacklisted.
Yeah.
They basically just like his story is true. It's just we don't have all the pieces because they literally just erased it from their.
I think the
books.
only true thing in the movie that they know that was about the theater competition, like
and
that
starting
existed.
a revolution.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
was all real.
existed somehow in it. But I really think that the writing was horrible in this movie. I would put it. I would put it at F.
Yeah, we could put it in F.
Ruby Gilman.
Ruby Gilman. Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. I already know this movie. That's a D. That's a D.
It's definitely D. This is definitely a D movie.
If we're saying that about Elemental, this was the same.
D was like, I generally had some fun, but it was so bad. I think it's hilarious that as of right now, that is our number 3 listened to episode.
You know, the more I think about Ruby Gilman, it's borderline C, to be honest with you, because I would watch it again.
Wow.
But that would be like when Denny's a little bit older. I think if I had to choose between these two movies to watch, between Elemental and Ruby Gilman, I would much rather watch Ruby Gilman.
I think D is solid because I would never watch this movie again.
Yeah, it's an alright movie.
But
I think D is a safe place for it, though.
Yeah. I think D's good for it.
Ooh.
All right. Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
Just saw this a couple weeks ago.
Look,
I don't think it's S.
it's not S.
It's not
I'm
S.
I'm not gonna let you put it in S.
I didn't say I was trying to
I
put it in
know,
it.
but if you wanted
Don't
to,
slander me.
look, if you wanted to put it in S, I would have told you I'll settle for A. I'm gonna be honest, David. Personally, Oppenheimer, only because it's an hour too long, is a B for me.
Ooh.
But I will settle for A because I really do think it was a great movie. The acting's amazing, storytelling's awesome. It's just the last hour is just so long.
Yeah, this one's kind of weird. And I've talked with so many people about this after having seen it too. And I think the comparison of Oppenheimer to Interstellar is a really solid one. That the Interstellar is the same amount of time. And I have rewatched that movie before. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure I've rewatched that movie before. I know many people who've rewatched it. But this one, I just think about the last hour and I'm like, I don't know if I could do it.
Wolf of Wall Street, I'm pretty sure is 3 hours, and
it
I
is.
could watch that over and over.
Yeah.
I could watch it 100 times.
Like 3-hour runtime does not have to be a death sentence for a movie.
It's one of the only movies I've read the book for.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like Oppenheimer, I'm okay with A. I'm happy to put it at A because I do think it's better than all these B movies.
Oh, we'd be putting it alongside. It's saying it's alongside Mario, which is better than Mario.
Yeah,
I think it's
put it in A. Put it in A. I'm okay with A. That's my hot take. Is as time has gone on, I'm just so tired of the Christopher Nolan effect. That everybody now all of a sudden is a theorist. Everybody all of a sudden understands nuclear science out of nowhere.
Right.
And it's just like, no, stop. Okay.
There are some times we can
admit that it's over. It's too smart.
Yeah, you are in very tough territory. Not everyone knows this stuff.
I don't want to watch a movie and feel like I just attended college.
I mean, I'm partially okay with that sometimes.
No, I don't know. I'm okay with A though. I like it.
Right.
I think it's better than all the B movies, so I'll be okay with A.
Amsterdam. That's Amsterdam. This was a weird movie.
Which one's Amsterdam?
Amsterdam. That's not a good sign. Amsterdam was Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, and the Nazi one. It was like two separate movies where the first half was very artistic, and then the second half was conspiracy theorist. The elderly couple that was in the theater with us, they walked out right before everything interesting started.
Yeah, I think it's a C. I want to rewatch it again.
I would be down to rewatch that movie because I think, because that was the issue. It was marketed like you'll never believe that it's a real story, but then the whole time you're like, what is the story?
Yeah, I think it's high tier mid. I think it's a C.
Okay, I'm down with that.
I think it's a C. I mean, I know I just said I forgot it, but as you explained it, I definitely remember it more and more, and I do want to rewatch it because I want to. Now that we know the full story, I would be interested to rewatch it again. Plus Christian Bale. I mean,
Christian Bale.
You can't throw him below a C.
I love Christian Bale.
I can't put him below C.
But I do think I remember reading a theory a long time ago about spoilers actually enhance your viewing enjoyment of a lot of media, and I have found I have been more open to spoilers ever since I read that, and I think it's true. So that is the kind of movie where I think I should have known what the actual story was going into it.
Yeah.
And I would have enjoyed it so much more because that would have been crazy to me.
Yeah, I like C. I think it's a good C movie.
Knock at the Cabin.
All right.
Batista.
We rated this really high. But
we
that
did?
was also, yes.
We did? Because I don't remember it being good.
That's so funny. We rated it really high, and I think we mentioned it in the episode. It's because it's the first movie I came back from after being gone for like a month.
Oh, it's so good to have you back.
I was just happy to be out of the house. I was also running on no sleep. Like at that point of time, I probably had slept maybe an average of like 3 hours a night if I was lucky. So I thought that movie was great at the time because it got me 3 hours away from being pooped and peed on at the time. And I got to eat some popcorn and hang out with you again. Yeah. So
I was surprised you came back that quick, that you were able to come out.
Yeah, I mean, Carissa my wife's a legend. She kills it.
We love you, Carissa.
Yeah, she's an amazing mom. She knows what she's doing. So, and then we have good support. So I was able to come out for that.
Yeah.
I think it's a D.
I think D for it as well. Like,
put it in D.
It's just I don't remember it being good.
It was okay
at all.
You know what's funny? You want to know what we rated that? We both, I think, didn't go. We went in the 80 range for that.
Did we really?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
That had to have been just us being like, Ricky's back.
No, we talked. Well, that's one movie we've gone back and talked about, you and I, about how we realized we didn't like that as much. Just in the time, it was just amazing.
It's not a good movie. Don't.
Yeah, I was running on 3 hours of sleep, bro. Everything in the D category would have been amazing to me.
Now this next one, The Menu.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh,
bro.
This movie we had a whole debate about. That's where we first started the debate of what's 100.
What is 100? I love this movie.
I've rewatched it.
I have realized since then other than like we had Avatar last year, right? And for us and our palette, that was like, yeah, that's gonna be best movie of the year to us, right? It's in S already. If we eliminated that from the year, I think this is a contender for one of the best that we watched of 2022.
Yeah. I'm thinking of movies that like. So the only thing with the menu, is this a movie that you still stand by as like staple at like the same level as these S tier movies? Like, would you still stand by this movie later on?
I have told everyone since then. That was November last year. I have told so many people, hey, go, if you're going to watch a movie that we've reviewed, go watch that one. It's an hour and a half. It's super funny, and it doesn't seem like it's supposed to be. And it's, for me, it's my exact kind of humor. It's an interesting story. I was compelled the entire time. I still don't think that it's S, though, but I think it's A.
Okay, I agree with A.
Because I've told so many people to go see it. They've then gone and seen it or streamed it, and they went, wow, that was an awesome movie.
I've rewatched it twice since it came out. And weirdly enough, even though that's 3 times I've watched it, I still don't think it's S. Mm-hmm. I think it's an A.
Yeah.
And I still stand by the only thing that puts it in A for me is Anya Taylor-Joy. I don't necessarily like her as much to put her in S.
So she's the reason.
I said it in the episode, and I still stand by it. Emma Stone and Margot Robbie were options for Anya Taylor-Joy's character, and after knowing that, I still think that those two would have been way better than her.
I mean,
it's a great movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. It's A material. I just don't think I put it as a staple in S for me.
It's definitely, I don't think it's S.
But it's a fun movie. And I think that perfectly describes it, because the whole time we spent like 10 minutes talking about what defines 100.
I still think this movie is the staple for that discussion of this is the bar. Why am I bleeding? Where did this come from?
Dude, there's an assassin somewhere.
What is happening? Who did this to me?
I don't know. Did you hit yourself on something?
Maybe.
That's pretty cool.
All right. Well, we'll be right back. And we're back. All right. And I dropped it. Whoever tried to kill me, you failed. You failed out there.
Terrible assassin.
Terrible assassin. I survived.
We win every time.
What were we talking about?
We're moving to the next one.
We're moving on. Renfield.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like Renfield a whole lot.
I think our good friend Colton put us under pressure during that episode. Because I did. This was not a good movie.
Since we've watched it, people have told me that I did get somebody who told me, and I think it describes it perfectly. She told me that this movie was not for us since we don't know anything about the Dracula lore. But for people who really enjoy the Dracula lore, that movie like had so many Easter eggs and comments towards that whole world of movies that they really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So for that, I'll say it. I owe you an apology. My bad. But we don't care about Dracula that much, so whatever.
I will not apologize to anyone. Yeah. I will not apologize to anyone. If I needed to know the lore, they should have told me beforehand.
Oh, that's the thing. It's a movie that people who enjoy Dracula and those theme movies and the old stuff, they had a great time, and good for them. Us, personally, I think that's F. Throw it straight in the F. Anything with Awkwafina will go straight into F.
I think it could be D because it was fun. Like, I enjoyed the over-the-topness of the gore. I enjoyed Ben Schwartz.
Fine, you can put in D.
Ben Schwartz. You don't have to give it. You don't have to give in immediately. I enjoyed Ben Schwartz. I'm a simp for Ben Schwartz.
I don't like Nicolas Cage.
I'm not.
I just don't like the Cage. You know what? Actually, I don't like the Cage, but I liked the Cage in this one, so I'll be okay with D.
See?
I could settle for D.
See, I think it's better. I think it's a little better than
I'll settle for D, but I won't let you go higher than that.
I'm fine with that. What is this?
Next up.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, baby.
True movie of the year.
Baby. Dungeons and Dragons was fun. I haven't rewatched it.
Yeah, I had a great time during this movie.
I want to rewatch it.
I don't know how to rank this. I feel like it's kind of just C.
Yeah.
Of like, it was good story, good acting, but like nothing crazy.
Yeah. I think it's C. I'm just thinking, is it up with the B's though? Because it's better than. I think I like it more than everything in C, but I think it's okay in C.
I would be fine with putting it in B as well, with the justification of it's fan service for us since we play Dungeons and Dragons.
And the movie really was for us, and man, it was funny.
It was funny. I had a great time.
Put it in B. I like it at B.
And I won't apologize about it.
I want more. That's the thing about that movie.
Do another Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Well, that's the thing about that movie, and that kind of what we're doing in this tier list is like B is like, I want to rewatch it, and I have actually want to rewatch that movie. Mm-hmm. And I want more Dungeons and Dragons movies.
I want the Curse of Strahd series. I want the Rise of Tiamat series. I want these movies. Whoever has to make it happen. Make it happen. I will see it.
Make it happen.
The Curse of Strahd one, I am convinced that they would make so much money.
Oh, it would
off
be
of it.
insane. They'd make that. Honestly, don't even make it a movie. Send it to HBO and just let it be a series. And I think people would love it.
Oh my gosh, a limited series.
Just 10 episodes. That'd be amazing.
That would be so good.
Yeah, just don't make a movie, please. Actually, make a series because you can't tell all of Curse of Strahd in 2 hours.
True. Do a TV show. We said it here first. Do it. All right. Smile, the only horror movie we watched in this year in review.
Only true horror.
Only true horror movie. This is not.
Look, we're hard critics on this because horror movies aren't for us.
Don't want to see it.
I'm gonna be honest, David. I'm gonna be honest here with you. F is like garbage. Never want to see it again. I've rewatched this movie, and for that alone, I have to put it in D.
I mean, I'm not opposed to D on it. I'm looking at everything in F. Everything in F is like, I could have walked out.
Here's the thing with Smile. I was scrolling through Twitter, and Twitter has, for verified users, they can upload videos up to, I think, like 3 hours for some reason.
Dumb. Cool.
Yeah.
Fun.
So every now and again, people will be like, screw it. Here's the entire movie of this movie. And this was one of them.
Really?
And it was like late at night, and I just watched it. I just rewatched it all.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know why.
Bro.
I just thought to myself, I kind of want to re-see it.
When was this?
This is a couple months ago. It's probably like 2 or 3 months ago.
Dumb. I'm fine with D.
I was probably waiting for like, we just stopped feeding Denny in the middle of the night. Like I used to have to be, I used to stay up till like midnight or 1 in the morning so I could feed him, in the middle of the night. But he sleeps through the night now.
Yeah.
But in that time period when I was just looking for anything to do, and I watched that movie again. And for that alone, I think it's D only because I've rewatched it.
I mean, I can see that.
If I hadn't rewatched it, maybe F. But I feel like if I rewatched it, it can't be an F.
I'm just looking at everything in F, and I'm going. Smile was better than those ones.
Yeah,
but it wasn't.
D.
It wasn't good in my opinion.
No, not a good movie, but it's D material.
I'm fine with D. Now this one you weren't here for. This was Legends of Vox Machina.
Now I'll let you take the reins on that.
Yeah, here's the take on it. I don't remember how I rated it at the time. Not all the episodes were out. Apparently, it wasn't compelling enough for me to finish it. So that's not a good sign. I did not finish that season that we had started to review.
Yeah, I mean, I know your rating, but I'll let you just do it raw.
Oh, you know my rating from that episode?
Mm-hmm.
I
know everything.
This
is one of the only ones I actually, because I did make a list, but this is actually the only one of the few ones I remember your rating. Good. A lot of these numbers I vaguely remember. This one I know because I just listened to it today.
Okay. Here's the thing is that's a show that I think now is mainly just fan service, which more power to them. They got the fans actually gave them the money to actually do it.
Is it better than the movie? The D&D movie?
No, definitely not. It's definitely not better than the D&D movie. I think the animation is super fun and I think the story is interesting, but it's not compelling enough for me to actually watch it all the way through. So I don't know what that says about it.
This is all you. I'll let you take the reins. I've never seen it.
Bro, is it... I think the fact I actually didn't finish the season means that it's a D for me.
Do you want to know what you rated it?
What did I rate it?
An 85.
Wow.
You actually liked it more than the guest.
Wow, I was super excited for it.
He gave it an 80, and you said 85.
Yeah,
One of the best banana meter reviews of all time, though. By the way, Nolan, your guest, was amazing.
I love Nolan. Nolan's so fun.
Yeah, that I listened to most of that episode actually. That one I stopped making my list and I was like, this is a good episode.
Oh, we love that. All right, and that's the only TV show that we've reviewed so far.
Indiana Jones. On the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
F.
Put it in there.
Easy.
Garbage.
I heard a take recently that was like, I don't know why people are down on Indiana Jones, the new one. It's actually good. The ending is solid. And I thought, this is so dumb. There's no way that anyone truthfully believes that.
No, people do. Here's the thing with Indiana Jones, and we said it in the episode. That is a movie that will only be good to those who grew up on it. Because it is very true to the Indiana Jones series of always having some fun little like magical twist or whatever.
Yeah.
For you and me who did not grow up on it, it's pretty bad.
Mm.
But I understand where people are coming from if they grew up on it. That is the official take I'll stand by. That if you grew up on it, you'll like it.
Yeah.
And it's probably up there. It's probably a great ending for most people who grew up on it. Personally, I don't think it's a great ending, but I didn't really care much for Indiana Jones growing up. I just like the ride.
Yeah. I'm fine with the ride is the best part, which that's not the movie. Yeah, I'm fine with F for that. It's just not good. Not good. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3.
You want to know a fun fact, actually, really quick?
Give me fun.
Indiana Jones flopped.
Right, yeah.
It actually was one of the few flops that Disney's had lately.
Well, that Elemental flop.
Right? I mean, Elemental's Disney Pixar, but like a Disney movie.
Yeah, that's
flopped hard.
That is wild. Pixar has been struggling the past few years regardless. An actual just Disney movie flopping is kind of wild.
I think they said it's like the biggest flop they've had since 2020.
Honestly, deserved because it's a bad movie.
Again, it's only good for those who really grew up on it. I really do think that.
All right, Guardians of the Galaxy. One of the few superhero movies that I actually really liked.
That's a fun movie.
It was very fun.
Very fun.
I know a lot of people who saw it, though, who came up to me and were like, did you cry? No. And I went, no.
No, why would I cry? It's not that great.
It's not that great. I wasn't compelled that much. All the animals were cute, but I wasn't that compelled. But it was a good movie.
It gives BA energy.
It does.
I could really care less which one it gets thrown into because this movie was good, but I'm also not like... there were parts... I like it in A because the villain was great.
Yeah, the villain was interesting, right? But yeah, he was super intense.
We liked him enough.
That guy was awesome.
We liked him enough to make him the replacement of Kang.
Yeah, we did. Oh yeah, the more I think about it, I'm down with it.
Initially, when I think about it, it's a B. But the more I think about that movie, when I really remember pieces of it, it's an A.
Bro, give me a good villain. Give me a good villain
every time.
I'll love it.
It's a great.
I'll be so into the movie.
I really hated him watching it. And that speaks a lot because usually you're like, it's a cool villain, but to actually think they're a cool villain and hate them at the same time. It's A material.
And that was actually like a clever movie too. The actual story I thought was fascinating.
Yeah.
Of like what is the villain trying to do and everything. Like when you can actually justify or try to justify the motives of the villain, I think that is the best kind of villains in stories. John Wick 4.
S. Just put it up there.
Easy.
We don't even need to discuss it. That's an S.
This is simple. This is easy. Don't worry about it. All right.
65. F. Insta F. I don't even want to talk about it. I hated it. I wanted dinosaurs, and they gave me trash dinosaurs.
I love how passionate you are about these animals in movies.
I hate it. I love animals. Give it an F. We're done.
I'm fine with F on
Forget
it. This
65. Put it in the bin.
This was a laughable movie, and it wasn't supposed to be. All right. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, baby.
That's tough because that was 100, but is it S?
Bro, I've already seen it again.
Oh, it's S then.
I think it's S. I will wait. I'll wait to do it.
Yes.
I think it's S.
I really want to see it again, and it's the best Mission Impossible. There, I said it.
Is so good.
It's a great movie. Honestly, it makes me want to just rewatch them again.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. S. Easy S.
I had so much fun with that film. But my parents and Kiana, they marathoned every Mission Impossible
As they
and then
should.
took me with them to go see the
You need a
newest one.
marathon. You need a marathon to really appreciate how good that
I
movie
ended up.
is.
I was at their house as they were watching. They watched Mission Impossible 3 while I was there, which was Philip Seymour Hoffman, and 6 Fallout. And then I've already seen Ghost Protocol, so I've seen half of these movies.
That movie's amazing.
Yeah,
Dead Reckoning gets me so pumped for number 2.
that's the correct way to make a part 1 of a 2-part series.
Yep.
It was so hype.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's S tier. Tom Cruise, he can do no wrong.
We love you, Tom.
Except for Scientology. He goes a little crazy there, but...
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
All right.
We rated this pretty high at the time, I think.
I still rate it pretty high. I think it's an A movie.
Mm-hmm.
I've rewatched it, and I still think it's A.
Okay.
But I want to hear your take, because I really liked this movie. I think it's the best Marvel movie we've seen on this list, guaranteed.
Personally, I think Guardians is better.
I
think Guardians is better, but I enjoyed Black Panther a lot because it actually tackled, like, they were put in the most difficult position with that movie, and I think they handled it very well.
Yes.
Of, like, our leading man, the actual Black Panther, died in real life. How do we address this? Oh, we tackle it head on and make it a movie about grief. And, like, that was super
love that.
powerful to me. So I think Guardians of the Galaxy I had way more fun with, but the story for Black Panther I enjoyed a lot.
That movie is one of the only Marvel movies where I've choked up.
Really?
I love Black Panther. The opening is insane, dude. With the freaking the heist when the Queen is talking about how, like, you know, Wakanda is still strong. We're still strong, and then there's a heist going on and the music's playing. I love that scene.
Yeah.
It's like top 5 Marvel scenes for me. I
Yeah.
love this movie.
That was a solid movie. I'm fine with that.
The villain's kind of weird, but I love this movie.
Yeah.
I like it a day.
The Whale.
I don't ever want to see it again. But
I think it's overrated.
I mean, Brendan Fraser puts on a masterclass.
Yeah, he's great.
Acting.
We said it at the time.
But is he enough? I think it's D. I don't
I think it's
F.
D too. I was gonna say D as well.
Yeah, I think it's D material. It's a great movie to watch one time, and I never want to watch it again.
Yeah, I still stick with you watch it once just for the character study of, like, hey, this is the work the man put in to become this character. He does it very well. Everything going on around him, not good.
Yeah.
So for that, I'm out. Okay. Babylon.
Ooh.
This movie, I still think about this movie all the time.
I
Ricky.
do too.
I think about it so much.
I
I
do
listen to the soundtrack.
The
often.
soundtrack is S tier.
The
I can stand
soundtrack
that.
is S. Yes, absolutely. This movie still gives me. I'm still conflicted over it. What? You're gonna say something? Go for it.
I'm gonna rewatch this movie.
I want to rewatch it.
So when I was looking through the list today of movies that we put out, or movies that we reviewed, I came across Babylon, and I was like, I instantly looked, where is this streaming? And it's on Paramount Plus,
Bro,
and I'm gonna rewatch it probably tonight.
maybe you and I need to do that together.
I'm gonna be honest. The more I think about Babylon, it's kind of chaotic. But as we've done more movies, I think it's B.
I honestly think it could be B as well. I think that chaotic energy is actually very fun, mixed with the solid acting from the 3 main characters.
I want it to be A.
I want it as well. I cannot tell you how often I think about this movie. Like,
It's a strange movie.
every movie we've seen, this is the only one I think about on a consistent basis. I remember everything from this movie. Everything stood out.
Yeah.
And was so chaotic.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Is it
the
an
only
A?
thing deterring me from having gone back to watch it is like, it's 3 hours, man. David, what are you doing? You have to be productive today.
But dude, the Tobey Maguire scenes are amazing.
They're crazy.
The story is so good, but is it? But it is.
I do think I think it's B.
You could put it B, but that movie.
But this is a high B.
I almost want to put it A, because when I think back to to Brad Pitt's acting and Margot Robbie's acting, it's just unreal. Like when I think of Brad Pitt in that movie, it really makes me want to like do acting just from watching him perform. It's so good.
Bro, come start acting, and then we'll do scenes together. It'll be cringe.
One day, I already have it planned. We're doing Beauty and the Beast.
Oh yeah.
One of these days.
Hey, if you want to continue supporting the podcast,
Yeah.
someday we'll put on a production of Beauty and the Beast for you.
Hear me out. Gaston LeFou.
Ricky proposed that to me on a random day.
Love
and
it.
I said, I'm down. Let's do it. That would be
It's a great movie.
amazing. Super down.
Megan F.
Oh, yeah, this is considered a horror film,
That
isn't
movie's trash.
it? It is trash.
That movie was garbage. I thought more about it today, and I hated that movie. That movie sucked.
Horrible movie. Avatar.
The first Avatar.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it, and they put it in theaters, so we did an episode on it. Sue me.
You did not like the hair stuff.
Dude, don't
this.
remind me of the hair stuff, dude. I was just about to throw it into S automatically, bro. The hair stuff is the worst part of the entire series. It's so evil.
They stopped doing it in the second one. But
Yeah, the second one is better. They're both amazing. They're both 100. Second one's better because they took out the hair thing. We don't want to see it.
Oh, that's so funny.
And then you made me watch the hair sex scene,
Yeah.
which was taken out of the movie, and I would have been fine
This is
without
the only
it.
reason I rated it lower.
I can't. God. Now I have that in my head as I put it into S.
Yeah, no, Avatar.
Horrible.
We should just put Avatars together. They were insta-hundos.
Yeah, they were easy dubs. You did not see this one. My dad came on the show for this, for The Pale Blue Eye, and my dad set the standard of this is what a podcast could look like if you took notes, if you actually paid more attention and did the research on it.
Your dad, as far as episodes go, that's an S tier episode. That's probably the best episode we've ever had, because your dad kind of carried the show. Listening to it, I was like, this man needs his own podcast.
Bro, I was blown away by that episode, and the whole time I'm like, he's really showing me up right now.
Yeah, your dad kind of killed it. I was like, man, if I get replaced by Brad, that's fine.
It was so sweet. He was so nervous too, and he was texting me about my mom was texting me of like, because she watched the movie with him, and she was like, David, he's like taking notes in his phone, which usually when we watch movies or TV shows or anything, both of them are usually like they're on their iPad and they have like a game that they're playing and then watching the movie. This, he was like fully I gotta be prepared for the episode. So fun. I had such a great time with him, and I think I'm going to remember this movie mainly because of that. And it was Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, we already said you can't go below
C.
You can't. I didn't watch the movie based off your review. I think it's B, but
I think it's B. Yeah, B was solid for this movie. I really liked the content of it. It was super fun.
Just from your dad alone, it's B. I don't even need to see it. I already didn't like it. It's a great movie.
We'll need to have him back on the pod. Fan favorite. Host favorite.
Host favorite. Replace me. That was killer.
I had my uncle texted me and was like, seems like Ricky might be getting replaced.
Yeah, no, Brad killed it.
Love you, Dad. All right, Nope.
Ooh, one of the first movies we saw.
Yeah, this was episode 2.
Very excited for it because it's a big movie.
Yeah.
But I think it's the worst. Actually.
It was interesting. I think the biggest hype around it was just how the creature looked at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's harsh to say it's his worst movie he's had because they're all great. But I like this one the least. I think it's a C.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think Nope is a C.
I've had
this tier list. There's better movies.
I've had zero recollection of this movie. I've had zero desire to see it again.
I've watched clips. I actually have watched YouTube clips from this movie. Mm-hmm. The alien concept is still so cool.
The concept on its own, solid.
Yeah, I think for that alone, I like C. I thought that movie was great.
I'm fine with that. I like that.
For that alone.
I like that. C seems good for that one. Vengeance. This was not. I think back on this is not a good movie.
I think this is our most controversial one between you and me because I really liked this movie. And
I did not like this movie. This is a boring movie.
See, I liked it.
This is a boring movie. I want to put it at D. But what do you want to put it at?
I like it at C, but I don't know.
It's not good. I don't like this movie.
I'm okay with D. I could settle for D. It's a high D for me, but I'm okay with D.
I just found it boring, and it was just kind of meh to me.
We could put it in D. I'm okay with D because when I think about the C category, I would rewatch all of these movies before I'd ever rewatch this.
Yeah, I would not watch that movie again. Where the crawdads sing.
Episode 1.
Episode 1.
You know what we rated that? This is the only one I'll tell you we rated it beforehand.
69.
Yep.
Yep.
Greatest rating of
Right
all
here.
time.
Of course.
Nice.
It's a good, strong start to a brand new podcast.
It's where we got our name from.
Mm-hmm.
It's an okay movie.
Yeah. What's funny is I remember this movie so well.
I think you could put it in C. I think
Yeah.
it deserves C because it's what started it all.
Mm-hmm.
Because I look at this D category and I think that this movie is better than a lot of these.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's better than everything in C.
I enjoyed this movie way more than we should have.
Yeah, it's an all right.
It was not a movie
It's
made
also a
for
whodunit too.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah.
So, I like C.
Yeah, I think C is good for it. I mean, that's very close to what we rated.
That's
it.
right in the middle.
All right, ending it with a banger.
Ooh.
Wow, we made it through. We made it through this pretty quick. I didn't know how long this would take. This was a ton of fun. Last one, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
All right. It's in BA territory for sure.
Okay.
But what do you think?
I'm gonna tell you straight up, bro. Thinking back on it, for animated movies, actually in general, I think this is S tier.
No shot.
I loved this movie.
No.
This is an S tier movie, bro. This is an S tier film. Because the animation was fire. The story was awesome. I had such a great time watching this movie. I loved it.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's S tier. I don't. Here was the only problem I had with the movie, and it's not even against the movie. I just do not like his voice. Antonio Banderas doing Puss in Boots. I thought it was fine in Shrek because it's like 5 minutes. But a whole movie of that voice, I feel like I'm being seduced.
But bro,
Everything was so good.
bro, isn't it a good feeling though to feel like you're being seduced? That's a good feeling. First off, second, I said it earlier. Give me a good villain, and I freak out. The wolf, I'll never forget the wolf. The wolf was so cool and scared me.
Puss in Boots S tier?
I think it's
You
S.
think it's as good as John Wick?
Yes. I had so much fun with this movie.
I've never recommended this movie to anybody.
What?
I mean, it's just never has come up.
How is this is of all the animated movies we've seen, this is the one I'm like, yeah, that was very clearly the best one. 100%. 100% best one.
Yeah, I mean, I could agree with that. I just that's crazy to me.
S tier movie, dude. It's the best animated movie that we've seen in the past year. And I think it's actually dope.
Man, that's hard. That's hard because it's an A for me. Oh man, can S tier have more than A though?
I think it can, but I mean, I'm fine with. I just think you're wrong.
Is it better, dude? You think it's better than Oppenheimer and The Menu?
Okay, The Menu. Oppenheimer. I was gonna say Oppenheimer is 3 hours long, so yes. An hour of it, it was too much. The Menu. You throw The Menu in there, now I reconsider.
Puss in Boots was a great movie. Have you rewatched it?
That's the thing. I have not.
Because everything in S tier I've seen twice, except for Mission Impossible. But
I've seen that twice.
Everything in S tier are movies that I've actively seen twice.
I'm fine with A for Puss in Boots, but I think it's a high A. I genuinely do.
I'll make you a deal.
No, I think
it's A.
I think the logic of like the S's, we've actually rewatched them. Their
Purposely.
perfection, we've gone out of our way for them. But I just think Puss in Boots, high A. Like, is one I have wanted to rewatch.
I'm going to be honest. I've wanted to rewatch it too. The only problem is it's not streaming. It's like $30 to watch it, and I'm not going to pay that for that movie.
I'm not going to.
And the fact that I wouldn't pay $30 to rewatch it tells me that it's not S. Because everything in S, if they had just come out,
these are good
I would
points.
pay to rewatch.
These are good points. Veto. No.
Like, Mission Impossible, if they said, oh, it was $15 to rewatch or $20 to rewatch, I probably would pay it just to rewatch it.
Yeah. I'm fine with A. I think A is solid for this. I just think it's a very good A.
Man. Okay, this is a good list. I mean, the only one in here that was hard to do, I mean, besides that, is The Menu. The Menu was a great
The Menu
movie.
is the most controversial. Actually, I feel like Babylon is a very controversial one, too.
This was a good list. I like this list. I'm going to be honest. I know you want Puss in Boots in A, or in S. I just don't think it's S material. I don't think it's a movie that, like, I'm going to say is a staple for me. But it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I just don't think. I just can't get over his voice.
I can't
I
believe
do not
the
like
voice
his voice.
is what's killing you on it.
It's
like
so
one
weird.
thing.
But it's not one thing. It's the whole movie is him.
Dude, the whole movie is not just him. There's so much other stuff going on.
I don't know, dude. That's a good movie.
I love that movie. I've gone back and watched clips of it on YouTube. The Wolf, I think I'm just a simp for a good villain, though, too. So The Wolf really made it for me, and I was genuinely scared.
I like the list.
I like it too, and there we have it. That's all. This is a year. That's a year.
That's a lot of movies.
That's a lot of movies. Yeah.
Look at the D and F, man. Everything D and F is crazy.
I can't believe how many DF movies there are. This is so much.
Any
This is
movies
like
any
21
movies
movies.
shock you
Any movie
that we
shock me?
moved around?
I think Babylon. Because I think we rated Babylon like a 50 at the time,
Mhm.
and now it's up in B.
I still listen to the soundtrack,
I do too.
which says a lot.
Coke Room is in my liked songs playlist. It's insane. Bro, I want to do this.
That ending
If we
is ending's amazing too.
that is a song that, like, oh man, if we had the money to license it, and then that's like the theme song for the show. Oh my gosh, I would. Oh,
Yeah, that's a great song.
oh, I love that movie. But otherwise, like, I feel pretty good about it. I feel crazy that, like, we are at a period with 3 superhero movies have ended up in F, but
Hey, but 2 are in A.
2 are in A. So there's still good ones out there. They're just few and far between.
Yeah, I like those A movies though. Guardians was amazing, and Wakanda was just it's such a breath of fresh air for Marvel because
Yeah.
it's one of the few movies that didn't have to relate to the rest of the universe and yet got me more excited than anything else has.
Yeah.
I was more excited at the end of Wakanda than I was for Guardians to watch more Marvel movies.
See, Guardians I just enjoyed as a standalone movie.
It was a good
though.
movie, but they're trying to hype up Star-Lord and I have no interest.
Yeah, I mean, I have very little hope for the superhero franchise now.
But Wakanda, it was kind of fun. I think what made Wakanda fun was that it wasn't a part of, like, there was no other elements of the universe of the MCU in that movie. It was just kind of like,
Yeah, we just
focusing on our own story.
we fixate on just that area, which is fun.
I love this list.
I do too.
Now in S tier, let me just ask you one more thing before we go. What's your SS out of all S tier? What's your favorite in this?
Inception.
Yeah, mine's still Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason they were the certified banana episodes.
I could watch Wolf of Wall
That
Street all
will
day
never
long.
go away.
Same.
Like, I think it's crazy
If we
though.
could make SS tier, those two would be up
Oh
there.
yeah, these are in a league of their own, bro. I think it's crazy though how much controversy for us the Menu has caused. That is not a movie that you would think would be difficult for us, but it was just so good. I could not believe it, bro.
I mean, I've seen it 3 times.
Yeah, that another case for it to go to S, but
It can go.
it's
Nah,
too late.
it's
It's too late.
not-
The
it
list
stays
is
there.
made. So with that, hey, congrats on a whole year. The fruit of our labor.
Look at us, huh?
Look at us.
Here's to one more year.
We did it. A whole year. On to season 2. Here it is.
Yeah, thanks everybody for sticking around and the people who have supported us. We love you, and if you're new, hey, welcome.
Yeah. Super fun just to have so many people. I mean, friends and family have been a huge part of this in supporting us on trying to do this, and we're starting to see some growth. And so for those who've been with us for this whole first year, thank you so much. Everything you've said to help us make better content, the suggestions you've made to us, movie ideas, and just all of that has been monumental, and it means the world to us. And to anyone else trying to join us and just hang out and watch movies, we're glad you're here.
Yeah, I mean, now that we've come up to the 1 year mark, I really feel like we passed the hump of, is this worth doing? And I think we're finally in that light. Like there's the motivation and excitement to, is this worth still doing? To, yeah, this is fun.
This is so much fun.
It gets me excited to do more. Like there's so many ideas floating in my head of what we could do, and there's stuff I want to work on. And
yeah.
So, yeah, I think over time, I mean, the support is amazing. We want to do more things, even outside of movies. I know we've talked slightly about doing.
Yeah.
So
we got a ton of ideas, and there's so much stuff we want to do. So all that to say, we're so happy you're here. And if you want to support the show, like, comment, tell a friend, subscribe, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But we're just trying to hang out and do fun review stuff. So we got a lot of plans.
We're having fun. We hope you feel it too.
Yeah. So with that, thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoy. Have a great day, and bye-bye.